Braden survived a critical birth, and in his first 6 weeks of life he went through heart surgery. He then survived sepsis and meningitis, blood clots and strokes, and none of which he probably should have survived but did. And his first hospital stint at Alberta Children's Hospital was 220 days. So 220 days before we got to take him home for the very first time. I was asked about a year ago, so when Braden was about a year and a half, if I would consider sitting on the SCN for critical care. And I was honored to be asked, and absolutely 100% on board with being a part of it. It means that I get to be the voice of pediatrics for Alberta for critical care, and it means the world to me to know that I can start and work with healthcare starting at the bottom level. And you know, I may not personally be making changes, but at least I have a voice in the changes that are being made, and that's really exciting to me. And to be able to be a part of something that's so important in my life and so important in Braden's life, because chances are the ICU will be a part of our lives for the rest of his life. So makes a difference just knowing that I can be one voice, but at least I can be a voice that's going to be heard. There is so much power in stories, and I think that if people have the ability to tell their stories, then it moves the world. Because in all reality, the physicians, I mean, they're fantastic. They're front line, the nurses front line. But to actually stop and hear somebody's individual story. When you're in the ICU, the medical personnel that are treating you, they're treating the right here and now. They're not necessarily treating the whole story because they're trying to save your child's life. So if people have the ability to tell their story, absolutely it needs to be told. And that's the whole premise behind patient and family-centered care as well too, is people's stories. And it makes a difference because it puts that emotional spin into the medical profession, and it just makes life that much more real. I see my role as a good reminder to the Critical Care Network that we have pediatrics as a big part of this province, and that we need to be considered as well too, for sure. And it's the fantastic thing about the SCN that we're part of is that they're very inclusive to us as the patient and family advisors as well too. So they're always able to say, hey, what do you think, and what's your opinion of this? And so I feel like I'm making an impact, and I feel like I have a voice, and to be able to have a voice on a provincial level is very empowering as a parent, absolutely.